Welcome to another edition of Quoth the Raven, Lewis Bright Raven. It's Roundtable Night. My guest this episode is a returning guest, creator-writer AJ Rojek of Torch, Reclaim the Skies. This is the t-shirt from the first campaign. I'm also wearing another t-shirt from that first campaign. Both of these shirts will be available during the current campaign that we're going to be discussing about in a moment. Without further ado, let's welcome AJ.
How's it going?
It's going okay, considering I've had a rough day. I'm not going to get too much into that. For those who don't follow me on Facebook, I had a little bit of a health concern possibility, and we were thinking we might have to postpone, but thing worked out okay, so I'm here. That's what matters.
Right on. I appreciate it. Appreciate you having me. I also appreciate the shirt, man. It looks sharp. Yeah. I appreciate you wearing it. That's the cosplay shirt.
Yes, this is the cosplay shirt, and then this is the title shirt. And then there's another shirt that'll be available in the new campaign, which we'll talk about in a moment. Mm-hmm. Give us a quick rerun of what Torch is about.
Yeah, sure. So Torch is the synopsis is Torch Armstrong was a kid prodigy star pilot in the military. She was the best in the galaxy. And then the military forced her to retire. And we're not sure why. We're going to slowly learn about that. But the military forced her to retire. So now she's older. She's like in her mid-20s. She's just bored out of her mind. She's taking care of her adopted brother. And in issue 1, it just kind of was like the straw that broke the camel's back. And Torch decides to break out of her boring life and rut in the most untraditional way. In issue 2, now that she's done this and she's made some questionable life choices, now she's facing
now there's some consequences.
Yeah. Now there's some consequences. So issue 2 is kind of like that snap back to reality. Like, okay, you chose to do this. Now you have to figure it out. So I'm really happy with the series, with the direction. I'm working on the draft to issue 3. And issue 2 has been fully funded. It was funded day 1, which I'm really happy about. Just like the first campaign, funded day 1. And the art's looking amazing. And, it's a story about depression and nostalgia and what you would do to get out of that rut. I think there's a lot of nostalgia content out there, like Stranger Things and Star Wars reboots. But this is actually a story that explores the concept of nostalgia itself.
And this is the Kickstarter page. And let me quickly get the, whoops, that's not what I wanted. I want the banner. There we go. There is the actual address for it. As you can see, we've got 14 days to go. We've got 158 backers for a little over $3,200. Obviously, we want to get you much higher than that if we can.
Yeah, absolutely. I'm really happy though. I heard that sophomore campaigns don't typically do well. For one reason is people don't want to pay for the shipping just to get book 2. And I've heard that some people wait until the 3rd issue and then they'll bundle issue 2 and 3 together to like pay less on shipping.
Or pay 1 through 3 or whatever, right?
Yeah. So a lot of people like to back issue 1 because it's the beginning and you get cool stuff.
Mhm.
and then skip issue 2 and then wait until the issue 3 campaign so they can bundle that. So I understand that, and I've done that myself. I would ask that, selfishly, I'll ask, please don't do that. Please back the campaign.
Right. That makes sense. I
Yeah.
mean, now, of course, I did back, I got the early bird special.
That's right. Early bird special's good. It's done now, but I
Yeah.
appreciate you backing.
And, I got the Torch cover A foil copy of any cover, which I guess is my choice when it comes out.
Mm-hmm.
Name added to the thank you page. Not worried about that. I never have worried about that. Digital copy, great. 11x17 poster, the main cover. And then I also bought some extra blank covers, I believe.
Very cool. Very cool. Do you have do you know what cover you're gonna pick for your foil?
No, I don't. Off the top of my head, I hadn't thought about it.
I'm pretty psyched with the foil covers. There's one. I think they're all going to look very cool in foil, but there's one by Rosie Alexandra that's basically like
we're gonna show all the covers here in just a second.
Yeah, for sure.
But yeah, actually, let's do it this way. I'll go ahead and play the video.
Mm-hmm.
Hi, my name is AJ Rojek, and I'm the writer and creator of Torch Reclaim the Skies. Last year, I took a chance and released issue 1 on Kickstarter in hopes of realizing my dream to become a comic book writer.
The reason for this Kickstarter is because I wanted to know if I could do it.
Not only did we successfully fund in 7 hours, we went 350% our funding goal and got projects we love tag.
Okay.
Whoa. The community stepped up in a big way. And now Torch's story continues. By the way, if you're new to the series, now is the perfect time to jump on board, as I am re-releasing issue 1 as well. This series follows Torch Armstrong, a kid prodigy star pilot who was forcibly retired from the military. Now older and bored, Torch misses that adrenaline rush. In issue 1, she hit a breaking point, and now in issue 2, she faces the consequences. This series explores themes of nostalgia, depression, and yearning for better days. It's a rich sci-fi story full of mystery, action, and adventure. With your backing, I can continue and eventually bring this story to a satisfying conclusion. The campaign rewards are awesome, with variant covers, foil covers, cosplay shirts, and more. Tons of stretch goals and bonus missions as well. Check out the page below to learn more. Please be sure to share this page. Every retweet is a huge help. Thanks again, and as always, look to the stars.
Okay. Now I'm going to go ahead and stop the screen here. I'm going to go ahead and take a little bit bigger look at some of the artwork.
Okay.
We can get to it. Here we go. Now this is the main cover and the Rosie Alexander cover.
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
Let me go ahead and take that out so you guys can see that real quick. This is the main cover by the interior artist Red Verrill.
Mm-hmm.
And I assume that the Torch logo is going to be in the top right corner.
Yes. Yeah. We're working on placement right now, but it's going to be at the top. I actually don't know where we're going to place the logo for the Rosie Alexander one. Probably in the bottom right corner.
I was going to say bottom right.
Mm-hmm.
It's either that or top left, one or the other.
Yeah, for sure. You don't want to hide too much of the art, but you also want people to be able to see it on the racks and stuff like that. So
right. Yeah, I would go with top left actually.
Yeah, I was thinking about that.
Because it goes because when you do bottom right corner, and they put you in, you could get hidden behind another comic book and no one will know what the book is.
For sure, for sure. Also, there's some cool coloration happening in the bottom right corner that I would love to see come out on foil, you know?
Yeah, so I would recommend it, the top left logo for that. And then top right for the lead main cover. But these are two of the covers that you offer. And then we have, I got to get to the right page here. There we go. This is a variant cover by Red Farrell. And then this is the variant cover D by the Zong. Is that correct?
I believe so. The Zong brothers. Yep.
Yeah.
And these covers are very cool. The cover on the left, the Torch cover by Farrell, that is all hand drawn. That is hand drawn and hand colored, which I just thought was insane. Especially like the metal work and the sheen that she did on the helmets. You're telling me that she did that with a marker? Like I can barely color a children's coloring book, and she's doing metal textures with with markers. I'm just blown away by that. So I love that variant. And then the one on the right is I wanted to do a Cowboy Bebop tribute. I love that 90s animation style. So Cowboy Bebop or Neon Genesis. It's actually a funny story. I actually I wanted to find someone who could do that 90s style, but it's very hard to find someone who could do that 90s style. So what I did was I went to DeviantArt, looked for that style, eventually found this artist, but they had no social medias, no email, no way to contact them. They only had a bizarre username. So I'm like, how am I going to find this guy? It turned out to be brothers. How am I going to find these guys? So I go and Google search it. I go to a 2007 furry forum. I kid you not. It's
that's not surprising at all.
Yeah. But like, it's picture Generation 1 forum format. It's so low grade. And I find that same username. I click on it. Boom. They have profile information. And I eventually connect with them on Instagram, the Zong brothers. And I said, hey, can you guys do this, Cowboy Bebop tribute or this style? And they were like, yes, we can. And I think they killed it.
Yeah, it's a nice page. Lane says, on the other hand, if you put it in the bottom right, they have to pick up the book to see the title, and then they're already holding it, so they might as well look through it.
Yeah, that's true. Is that Lane from Starside? Or
yes, it is. That is.
That's cool. Hey, Lane. That's definitely a possibility. Bottom right corner. But I can't wait to see it on foil. That's what I'm really excited for.
Yeah. Are you looking to do it in a metallic color foil or straight up metallic white or metallic silver? Or
the first campaign we did rainbow foil. So I think that's what we'll probably try to do again, just to keep it consistent.
Okay.
I think rainbow would play really well.
She has bad service, apparently. Who doesn't have bad internet service, especially if it's raining? I keep waiting for mine to cut out because it's raining. Amazing covers.
So really excited with these covers, and I can't wait to see them.
And then here are some of the interior artwork. This is, I believe, the first 2 pages of the.
This is Red Barrel. She actually, so Tom Hoskison did the art for the first issue, and loved working with Tom. But he messaged me and basically said, I don't want to do comics anymore. I want to do cartoons. He wants to do cartoon style art, which this is not cartoony at all. So,
well, it isn't, but okay.
Yeah. But like, he wanted to do cartoons, so he wanted to like leave that comics world. And I was like, well, I can't make you stay, So Red had done the cover for the first issue,
Right.
and she killed it with the first issue. So I went to Red and I said, "Hey, can you
Take
do
over.
an art style that's similar to Tom?" She sent me some sketches, and they were just mind-blowingly good, just for pencil sketches. And I was like, "Oh, this is it. This is absolutely the art that we need." So she started working on it, and we have a finished product. So
Yeah. And believe it or not, I did not even realize that it was a different artist.
really,
Yeah, and now it's been a while since I read the first issue, so that could be why. But I did not like go, oh, this is a completely different artist. This sucks or anything like that. I was like, it's like,
well, they complement, they fit well together. They fit nicely between issue 1 and issue 2. I know that's gonna like turn some publishers off, but when I finish the series, I'm hoping that they're gonna like just they'll be fine with it. Hopefully, it's good art. Both issues are very good art.
People need to get over that.
Yeah.
Especially when half the time they can't even keep an artist on a book for an issue themselves.
Yeah.
It's more the fans than the publishers who have a problem with it, I think. But it is what it is.
Yeah. Well, I think the art's very good, so I don't think.
Yeah, I'm good with
complain.
Yeah, the art's fine.
Yeah. And the colorist is the same as well. So Daniela, she did both issues, so we have that nice.
There is one thing I don't like here. Left page, top left or top right corner, and the panel below it. You see where she's on the left-hand side of the panel where the gun is. But when she picks it up out, it's the panel's on the left side of her. She's on the opposite side. That is a little bit odd.
A little bit. I think.
Just something to keep an eye out on for future reference.
Yeah. I actually had something similar happen in the first issue, where I was like, Tom, she's stepping with her left foot in this panel, but then she switches on her next panel, and I do think Tom was basically like, get over it. Certain choices are made for like blocking, and it's I don't think it's super disruptive to the reader. So I think it's all it's a medium about translating a story. So
it's just my editor self going.
Yeah.
Or don't think anything of it, too much. I mean, like I said, it doesn't kill the page. It's just something that immediately caught my eye.
Yeah. Well, you could also argue that she does a twirl in between panels 2 and 3, and then that's how she. Yeah. So I think the action's still there. The swiftness is still there.
Yeah.
And I actually did bring on a new editor for issue 2, Claire Napier.
Yes.
And she's like a powerhouse editor, man. She's been she's on like over 24 books right now. It's crazy.
Oh, geez.
Yeah, I
know that. I've done that.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. But she's very talented, and she's actually. I asked her to keep out an eye out for those kinds of things, and then other choices where I was actually being quite nitpicky. She would kind of reel me in. She would say, like, listen, this is needless work for people that are woefully underpaid, which is true. Right. It's not going to affect the story. The readers focused on the action, not whether or not this or that. So we've had a few. I won't say fist fights. We had a couple thumb wars about certain choices in the book, and and so there might be a few technical inconsistencies, but according to Claire, who's very smart, it's like, I think it's a great story. It reads well.
Yeah.
And I think,
like I said, it's just something that caught my eye as an editor. If I was just a reader and didn't have that kind of background, it probably wouldn't be something I would have picked up on. So, but it's cool. Whoops. So, but, there we go. I got to get this thing turned off here. There we go. The reason we had an echo earlier is because the YouTube channel was open.
Ah, I gotcha.
And I thought I had it all turned off, and I didn't. That's why you got that echo sound that you're mentioning.
Well, I definitely encourage people to check out the campaign page and watch the video if you want. Like I did that all by myself, and the music and the hits, like the beat hits with the changes and action. So it's a cool video. If you didn't get the full effect, definitely go check it out.
Yeah, we're gonna go ahead and put that back up on the banner here. There again is the Kickstarter address: kickstarter.com/project/AJ Rojek, torch-reclaim-the skies-1 and 2. Again, this campaign's gonna be you can buy 1 and 2 or just 2 on the campaign. And what else is there available here? Quite a bit of stuff, actually.
Yeah.
I'm going to the rewards right here.
Mm-hmm.
All right. There we go. We'll stop that screen, go back to the other one.
Yep.
Hopefully my thunder didn't just drown me out. Jeez.
No, you're good. It's getting kind of stormy over here too.
This is the digital for $5. You get the digital copy of both issues.
Mm-hmm.
If I can get to there we go. All right. You got digital backlog, which is a digital copy plus. Okay, one is digital. Okay, digitize is 5. Both issues is 9. There we go.
Mm-hmm.
The physical manifest is 10. That means if the physical copy of just number 2, cover A, is $10. You also get a copy of the digital. You can get for $15. You get both 1 and 2, and again digital copies. $15 can also get you a very print copy of any of the other 3 type of covers you can ask for. The upgraded codex, I guess that's the foil cover.
Yeah. If you look at the actual cover, you can see that's like sparkling.
Yeah.
But yes, foil copy of issue 2. And this is one of the reasons why I encourage people to go back Kickstarters as they come out, because I'm not offering these foils anytime else. This is it's very exclusive. So if you look at the upgraded variables, there's that Rosie Alexander foil that's going to be very cool. And so it's limited exclusive availability.
$35, you get all 4 covers for regular printed. And then there's the Squid Gamer shirt. Now, I already showed you guys what the Jag shirt and the Torch shirt looks like. I don't have a Squid Gamer shirt because this is the first time that's being offered. This is a popular thing from the story, right?
So it's funny, actually.
It also placed into the Squid Games on TV.
It's a total play on Squid Games.
Yeah.
I was just scrambling I didn't want to just offer the same 2 shirts again, because I felt like that was a little lazy and people deserve a new shirt. So I went to Fiverr and I said, hey, I kind of was just throwing spaghetti at a wall to see what sticks. I got some really bad art back, but then I got some good art back. And this one guy did this amazing depiction of this squid monster, who I'll admit he appears in 1 page in the book. But he runs the surveillance control room. He did this squid monster. He's got the bad guy logo on his head. And I told him do him in front of a console, and he did it in front of a game controller. So I was like, oh, this is great. This is the perfect opportunity. So I asked him to add a little cable, a little wire. And then I just added the Squid Gamer text at the bottom. And now it's just a goofy shirt. I admit. I don't know if anyone's going to buy it. But
I think people will buy it. I would probably buy it, but I'm already tapped out
yeah.
From all the other stuff I'm buying from you.
Yeah. Oh yeah. Oh man, there's never enough money. I was looking at Kickstarters. I was like, oh, if I had $30, I would do that. But no,
Yeah,
you got it.
right.
Times are tight. So yeah, the shirt, it's just like I want to see who would get it, if anybody. And I wanted to offer something different. So it's a little Squid Game wordplay, weird. And I'm gonna have the Torch branding on the back, just like the cosplay shirt.
Right. So like I said, you can get two of the t-shirts, the Jag cosplay, the Torch, or the Squid Gamer, 2 of the 3. You can get all 4 foil covers for $115 with 2 of the 3 shirts, 4 foil covers, the poster of the main cover, which is a regular poster, but still cool. And of course, you also get your digital copies of 1 and 2, as well as your physical copies. So quite a bit of stuff there. You can also, is this still open?
Yeah. So we had one backer take this, but this is like our new super high mega package. You get your name inserted into the book, into a page, and you can see that panel right there. And I didn't want to like spoil it, but essentially that panel power ranks the best star pilots in the galaxies.
Right.
Torch's name is going to go first, of course, but then the next 9 backers, or the
top 9, right?
Who select this reward will get their name added to the scoreboard. And then if we don't fill in all 9 slots, then I'm just going to take the highest paying backers from the overall campaign.
Okay.
So if you want to test your luck, you can get the what's the one reward below it? The 115 reward, and you might get the admin override award just by default. But I really want people to do this one because I put a lot of thought into it. So,
and of course, you get the poster from the first one as well.
Yeah, that is a super rare poster. There's only 10 of those in existence. That poster was not offered in the first campaign.
Right.
That is a variant cover from the first campaign. But when I was printing, my friend was like, "Hey, I really like this cover. Can you print a poster version?" And he sent me a couple boxes. I was like, "Yeah, sure, we'll do that." So then I printed off 10 covers of that variant cover, which you pointed out. There's only 10 in existence. And I figured, you know what? This is like a super rare poster, not offered anywhere else. You can't just buy it. Why not put it in the highest tier and see who goes for it?
Yeah, makes sense. Okay, there, again, we'll go back to the shirt designs. There's the cosplay shirt, which I'm wearing, the Squid Gamer shirt, and then the Torch logo. And that gives you 3 options. Yeah, I mean,
Yeah.
I remember getting the first 2, and I don't remember what it was. One of them fits tight, and the other one doesn't. So I think it's the black one. It's a little bit tight.
Oh, really? I thought it was the Jag.
It might be. I don't know. I'm wearing the Jag. It doesn't feel too bad right now, but then who knows?
I'm gonna put a note during the survey, like when you pick your sizes, just like the sizes run small.
Yeah. Well, one of them's a Gildan shirt, and one of them isn't.
Yeah, because Gildan didn't have the color for the cosplay shirt that I wanted.
Yeah, and that's what it was the difference in the branding of the shirt, not so much the other. I think, but yeah. Of course, this is you're going to get backer kit backing you, so you're going to have that going for you guys. Shipping is billed later, of course. Exactly how much, how many books are there? It's all there on the stuff. And of course, if you have add-ons, it will alter your shipping cost. And if you are a retailer for bulk orders, contact AJ for more specific quotes.
Yeah.
And of course, there's a little bit of biography on each person. Red's from Italy, and so is Daniela, I believe. Or no? Oh,
Yep.
is Milan Italy? Yeah. Okay.
Yeah, they're both from Italy. They're friends. I think they become closer these past 2 years because they were working on the same project. But Daniela introduced me to Red for the cover, and then I think they've just gotten a little bit closer as friends because they're both Italian artists and whatnot. And then Amal is a new letterer on the scene. I've been working with him, and then like I said, there's Claire, who's just a beast of an editor.
Yeah. And there she is. We're holding the red pen.
Yeah. When I mean beast, I don't mean like she's cruel. I mean like she's just she's doing a lot.
No. I'm just okay. Hold on. Lane wants to know if the Squid Game shirt is available as an add-on.
Yeah, it is. It should be available as an add-on, free shipping, if you're in the United States.
Yeah, which she is.
Yeah, that's true. If Lane gets the Squid Gamer shirt, I request a selfie. And then I'm going to share it with all my friends and be like, look, someone bought the shirt.
But yeah. But anyway, yeah. The where was it? Where'd it go? What I was getting at though is something I just got in the mail today. Was Filth and Grammar, the secret guidebook handbook for editors by Shelley Bond. Oh. And you can see what she got in her hand, the red pen.
Yeah. Oh, yeah.
So that's I was like, yep. There's our red pen, So that was one of the things I got in other things for crowdfunding this week. But anyway, let's see. Well, you said you wanted to be done by 9. I think you said maybe 9.
Or no. I can stay till 9:30. 1 hour.
Okay. All right. Yeah. You said 60 minutes. All right.
Yep.
But yeah. So how well did you do on the first campaign? How many copies did you sell?
We had 280 backers.
Okay.
So I can tell you that. A couple backers came in after for their post sales. And then I put the first issue up on an Etsy shop because they do easy store management and whatnot. And we had a few buyers occasionally. Something about making comics is like you just kind of you make the thing, you promote it, and then you go back into your hole to make the thing again.
That's how crowdfunding works. Yes.
Absolutely.
Unless you start doing a regular podcast where you say, "See, watch me draw the book."
Yeah, exactly. So I kind of just crawled into a hole and was like, I got to focus on this dang issue too. And I kind of fizzled out on marketing and social. I was tired of Twitter for like a long time. So I didn't focus on selling the book after the campaign as much as I just wanted to get issue 2 done. So, I mean, we had 280 backers, a lot of email signups. My email list doubled from pre-campaign, post-campaign. Okay. And I'm grateful for that because email list is like, that's the real telltale. That's like the marker for your fan base. And we raised quite a bit of funds. Not as well. We'll see. Campaign's still going. It's got 2 weeks left. We'll see what our final total will be. I expect it to be a little bit less than the first campaign. The first campaign we did $5,500. Right now we're at $3,200. But we are charging shipping this time. We did free shipping last time, which was fine. It caused a few snags, but now that we're charging shipping this time, the profit, quote unquote, I don't like that word because I'm not profiting off of people. Like this stuff is going back into production, but the net gain is actually pretty high because now we're charging for shipping. So I'm very happy with the number that we're at right now. Pretty comparable. Also, there's a lot of new people coming in for issue 2. A lot of new people.
That's good. Well, I mean, there's always going to be a little bit of a drop off from issue 1 to issue 2. Even if we were like in the diamond market, they always seem to drop it from 1 to 4 drops like 66%. And that's why so many of these books can't last an extended period of time. And you see these, even Marvel and DC books, they'll lose their readership and they'll stabilize at about maybe 60 to 65% of their readership of what they started with. And that's below profitability range. So they just cancel the book out and they say, well, you didn't get enough support. And it's like, yeah, because one, everybody's waiting to collect the trades or waiting for so many issues to come by before they buy all the back issues. Or the retailer is so busy marketing the new number 1 every month, whatever they are, and there's always a bunch of them, that they don't have time to market strategically to keep a book sustainable. And so I was like, so it's like trying to teach this industry. I mean, this is stuff that we all understood back in the 80s. Why we lost this? I don't know. But
well, I think digital throws a monkey wrench into anything, and there's also just so much more content out there. You know, like there's just a multitude. So if the latest Batman isn't quenching your thirst, then there's 50 other outlets you can check out. Sure. That drop off is sorry.
No, go ahead.
That drop off is kind of why I don't want to go to Diamond, or I don't want to do like a publication until the series is done, because then first of all, there's no pressure to deliver any kind of deadlines, and also the book's already fully produced, so there's no risk of it getting canceled because it's fully produced.
The complete story is there, right?
So that's my hope.
Well, how many issues do you think that you plan on running this?
Great question.
Story, or do you just want to do an arc and then complete that and sell that as the arc and then keep going?
No, so when I first started, I was like, I'm just going to go until I can't go no more. But then I realized how much work this takes. I was like, that's not healthy to keep making something with no end in sight, So I'm kind of my trajectory right now is 6 issues.
Okay.
So if I'm hoping to land this plane at 6 issues, I got to talk to Claire about it, because if you conclude too soon, the reader's not satisfied. But if you take too long, I'm burnt to a crisp. So I'm going to be plotting that.
150 to 200 pages is reasonable.
200 pages?
150 to 200 pages is a reasonable length graphic novel.
Okay.
So 6 issues is 144. Plus, you're going to put all of your extra cover images as back pages for the gallery art. And you're probably going to do some additional stuff for the collected edition. So that sounds reasonable to me.
Yeah. And that sounds, like you said, that's reasonable.
And if you have something that you have like you get to issue 5 and you realize you have more story to tell, you can always make your 6th issue a double length issue.
Yeah, for sure.
So that's what I'm saying. 150 to 200 pages is reasonable.
Yep. So that's my goal, is to do it in 6 issues. And then just because I don't want to go insane with just like being lost in this world, and like, I don't want to focus on Torch for only for Torch for the next 3 years. I'm actually working on a one-shot fantasy story it's in production now. I have the first 10 pages written. I'm thinking it's going to be a 40-pager, but it's like a unique premise that I'm keeping it under wraps right now, but I am working on other stuff.
Okay. And I think that's pretty much all there. What other crowdfunded books are you reading or buying lately?
Crowdfunded stuff. Well, I'm in a server with Lane and Mike Shea, Miskatonic High. We become friends over the years, sharing information, helping each other out. So if your reader really enjoys consistency, and volume. You don't see that much anymore in Kickstarter. Like
Mm-hmm.
people do like 4 or 5 issues and then they're done. Mike Shea is on issue 15 right now, which I just think is insane.
That's Miskatonic High, right?
Yeah, Miskatonic High, which is just Lovecraftian meets high school, Riverdale. So if you like that, check out that. Lane, who's in the chat, Starside's very good. I think they just did issue 5.
Yes, issue 5 just came out.
And that's just a good sci-fi story if you want to scratch that itch. And then I actually connected with Blake McCarthy. He's doing something interesting where he's doing a kaiju religious story, sort of. Basically, the premise is it's called Territory, and the Kickstarter is happening right now. It just launched a few days ago. Territory is basically a story where post-apocalyptic world, nuclear wasteland, society's been reduced to tribalism, and these various tribes worship giant kaiju and treat them as gods. What happens when these gods fight each other, and what happens when one tribe's god is killed, like your faith is shaken and stuff like that. So it's definitely like, it's not just like a fluffy kaiju story where it's just like watch monsters fight. There's some meat to it. So I think that's an interesting story that when he pitched that to me, I was like, oh, this is very interesting.
Okay, I just looked that up and I just put it in my file to look at a little bit later. So I will do that.
And that was the Kickstarter. I was like, oh, I want to back this, but I don't have money because I hate digital. I hate digital, so I don't want to buy any digitals. I want to buy prints. So I think I'm going to pull the trigger. I just got paid today, so I'm going to pull the trigger on it. So that's one that's happening right now. And I'm actually, so I've been working with, after the first Kickstarter came out, and I had a backer, he reached out to me. His name is Evan Carruthers. And he was a fellow.
Is that Carruthers?
Carruthers? Yeah, is that how you say it? Do you know Evan Carruthers?
I think that's how he pronounces it. I'm not sure.
Ignis Quadrant?
Sounds familiar, but I'm not sure off the top of my head.
So Evan, he and I have become friends over the year. He reached out to me, and he actually hired me to contribute to his sci-fi anthology. And as you know, writers getting paid to write in comics is like a rarity. It's like, or like, at least in the indie scene, like, you know, most writers do it for free.
Right.
Because everyone can write. So he
everybody.
Yeah. I know what you're about to say, but like, it's still a rarity. So he reached out and said, hey, I want to pay you for an anthology short. And I was like, yes, please. The fact that you want to pay me is like, first of all, that's a great compliment that you think my work you would pay for it. So I actually wrote him a short that he produced with his art team for he's built a whole sci-fi world called the Ignis Quadrant. And this anthology is just some short stories that take place in it. And I wrote a short. It's the theme of the anthology is death. I wrote him a short that turned out great. He's going to come out with that anthology. He's working. Anthologies take a lot of work, so he's compiling it now, and it's probably going to come out on Kickstarter next year. But he has built.
Yeah.
Sorry.
All right. I found him.
Yep. He has built this sci-fi world called the Ignis Quadrant, which is basically the Wild Wild West in outer space. I'm paraphrasing, but he's got a lot of irons in the fire.
Yeah, he's got like 3 or 4 different.
He's also building a tabletop game, I believe.
Yeah, everything he does is tabletop games, but he also does a comic to go with the game. Basically, so
it's been really cool collaborating with him, and I'm grateful for him for, you know, he liked my work. He liked issue 1 of Torch and said, let's hire this guy. So I appreciate that big time. And I'm actually giving away issue 1 of Ignis Quadrant as a milestone. We just hit that milestone like 2 days ago. So every backer of Torch is going to get a digital copy of Ignis Quadrant 1.
Okay. Awesome.
So that's kind of what's in the mix right now.
Okay. Let me. Now I'm trying to add his page to my Kickstarter folder. There we go.
Yep.
Yeah, that's quite a bit of stuff there that you've been keeping in tabs with. I have to definitely also agree with Starside. I regularly get that. And why I'm not thinking of Lane's husband's name.
I don't remember it either.
We're so bad. We're sorry.
Just remember the name Starside. That's all. That's what matters.
Yeah, remember the name Starside. Yeah.
And then I don't know. Have you ever? I think he's pretty big on the Kickstarter scene. Pat Shand. You ever follow him?
Yes, I know Pat.
Have you like had him on the show? I'm impressed with.
I haven't had him on the show, but I know of him.
Yeah, I'm impressed with his volume of work. Like he just keeps putting stuff out.
Mm-hmm.
And I know it's super late, but he came out with Cherry Gilbert. That came out a few years ago, and I just had the chance to read that, and I was like, "Oh, this is pretty good. This is pretty interesting." I wish he did color, but that takes time, and he's just pumping out story after story, so I can understand why he doesn't do color.
Yeah,
but check out anything Pat Shand. I think is pretty cool.
Well, I got you one extra backer since we've been on.
Oh, man. Right on. Nice.
It might have been Lane.
Yeah, Lane. Thanks, Lane. Maybe.
Or whoever you are.
Yeah.
But yeah, you're also going to get another print. That's everybody's getting this print by Daniela. This was the final stretch goal from the first Kickstarter.
Yep.
So we didn't get that one, did we?
No, I didn't get to. We didn't hit that stretch goal, and it was like the wee hours of it was the twilight hours of the final day. And I was like, oh, we're not. I don't know if we're going to hit this, but I'll put it out there. And but I still think it's a very cool print.
Yeah, and then we're at 3,223, so we're about $250 or so short for the Spark Armstrong trading card. Spark is Torch's younger adopted brother.
Mm-hmm.
And gets everybody in trouble. In fact, would she even be where she's at if not for him?
That's a curious question. I don't know. Like, what would he's like? He was Spark was Torch's like reason for chilling out, and now he's given her permission to essentially not like to run wild. And I'm definitely gonna explore that dynamic a little bit.
Yeah. So yeah, it's a cool thing. Though. I'm looking forward to it. When do you think this will be out by? Because your campaign ends on July 7th, and what do you think your turnaround time is going to be?
Well, so I would like to think it would be sooner than the first campaign because I know all the nooks and crannies and stuff like that now.
But we are dealing with the post-COVID scenario and
Exactly. So also the shipping through backer kit's a new variable. I have a friend, Gemma Young from Temerity.
Mm-hmm.
She was actually the person that got me turned on shipping through backer kit. So I'm going to reach out to her and be like, hey, how do you do this? Figuring out shipping charges through backer kit's going to be like a new thing for me.
It shouldn't be that bad. It shouldn't be that bad. Carl Kiesel uses backer kit. Ron Randall uses backer kit. So if the big guys use backer kit, I'm pretty sure it's pretty reliable. I might keep an eye on the international shipping. If you've got a lot of international buyers, that might eat up some money. So make sure you check into that.
Format it correctly for sure.
Yeah.
I'm definitely gonna do weight-based shipping this time around. So that's kind of what's happening. So with backer kit, that's a little variable. I don't know, but we finished the book. The book is done.
Okay, the book is done. So in other words, If it's all done already and you've got all the files put together, it's just a matter of just getting it on a schedule.
Right. Well, I still need to get the. I will get the surveys out. We're doing a thank you page, so I need to give people just enough time to get their thank you page sent out, or like their names back.
Information, right?
Yeah. And last time I did that, you would be surprised how like people delayed. Man, they took their sweet time. All my fans, but hey, like let's get these names in.
Yeah.
So we got the names in. So we get the funds 2 weeks after the Kickstarter ends, and then that's when I sent out the surveys. Sending out the surveys, I try to get people like I thought they would do it within a week, but the first time around they didn't do it in a week. They did it in like a month. So,
well, yeah, that's because so many people don't have their books done. They say they're done, but they're not really done. And they take another 6 to 8 weeks to get the book done. They figure they got time to turn it in.
Yeah.
So, you have to hammer it. The book is done. We're ready to go to press. We need this information.
Yeah. Yeah.
Because otherwise they'll delay because they're used to, they're used to Ethan and Art and other guys taking a year to get a book done after they've had a book campaign filled,
Yeah. So the book is done. Now we might switch printers. I don't know.
Well, that might take a little bit longer if you have to switch your printer, but
yeah, I went with Comic Impressions the first time around.
They did a nice job.
They did a nice job. I think so. But I'm hearing after they printed with me, I'm hearing horror stories that. Do you remember the whole debacle with Diamond separating from Marvel? Marvel, yeah.
Marvel separating from Diamond, yes.
Yeah. That's right. Comic Impressions picked up a lot of that slack. So now Comic Impressions is printing for the big boys. They don't have a lot of time for small guys like me. I'm in a couple Discord channels where I'm talking to people, and people are saying all these things like, "Oh man, Comic Impressions misprinted my book. They swapped 2 pages. Their customer service hasn't called me in like a week." And so I'm hearing all these disaster stories about Comic Impressions. So I'm like, maybe I should switch. I don't know. They haven't wronged me yet, so it's not fair to quit on them. But you also just want to avoid that kind of mess, right?
Yeah. Yeah. That's Well, you should have a contact person that you worked with last time.
Sort of. I had a print liaison. I actually parted ways with the print liaison, so I don't have a contact from Comic Impressions. So that's something I got to reestablish. Now, I'm sure if I went to them and I said, "Hey, I'm Torch Reclaim the Skies. Remember me?" They're like, "Oh yeah, we have your issue 1 on file."
Yeah.
That would, that's probably one reason for staying. It's like they already have my first issue figured out.
Yeah. Well, we'll see.
All things to figure out.
Yeah. Okay. Well, we're going to go ahead and let AJ sign out because it's almost 9:30. Again, got 14 days to go on his current campaign, which is selling issue number 2, or you can get both issues, 1 and 2. Of course, you can get the T-shirts. We're going to go ahead and come back down here. You get your digital copy of number 2 only for $5 or both for $9. The physical copy number 2 is $10. Both of them was $15. Variant covers B, C, or D, $15 each. And then the foil covers are $20 for the regular main cover for number 2, and then $25 for the variant covers, or $35 for all 4 covers rather, for the regular non-foil. There we go. You also have the T-shirts. You can get the Jag cosplay T-shirt, which is what I'm wearing. Again, the black Torch Between the Skies shirt, or the white Squid Gamer shirt. Your choice.
Yep. Oh, and also, I really think the the final tier is very cool.
We're going to get there. That Codex overhaul, you get all the shirt, 2 of the 3 of the shirts, rather, all 4 foil covers, the digital copy, the poster of the main cover. And then, of course, we have the administrative override, where for $200 you can get all that cool stuff. Plus, you get your name in the book as one of the top pilots of the Corps. Mm-hmm.
Yep.
And there's only going to be 9 people. Because Torch is number 1, and the next the top 9 people who make their top 10 will be on there. And as he said earlier, anybody who doesn't buy admin override, but the highest paid people who back whatever level, the highest people paid people will get it instead. If he doesn't have people who actually buy the $200 tier. But remember, you also get the shirt. You also get that rare poster from issue number 1 that is just exclusive to this tier as well. So you get a lot of cool stuff with that. Mm-hmm. And there's the shirt designs. And I did back it. Like I said, I got the early bird special. I'm getting the regular cover A and a full cover. I had, like I said, I haven't made up my mind on the full cover. I really wasn't even thinking about it, to be honest. And I got some blank covers, which I noticed I didn't see the blank covers available elsewhere. Are those add-ons only?
There should be blank covers in the add-ons.
Yeah, it's probably just in the add-ons. It's not in the actual tiers.
Yeah, just because that's such a niche thing.
Mm-hmm. Well, actually, the blank covers are really popular because then they can hire other artists to draw your character.
I would love to see that. I really, really want to see that.
That's why I got the blank covers, because I'm going to do your character.
Oh, are you going to draw them, or do you have someone in mind?
Yeah, I'm going to draw them.
Oh, heck yeah. I can't wait to see that.
Yeah, so when I get that, that'll be something that I'll be doing.
Sweet. Awesome. Can't wait. Share with me and I'll post it.
Yeah, well, yeah, I'll definitely, I'll do it live. Don't worry.
I actually, one other Kickstarter, I met this guy at a con. I forgot his name, but his Kickstarter is called Celestial Night, and he just released issue 1. He's like fulfilling it right now. I met him at a con, and he bought a blank from me, and he said he was going to draw on it, but Celestial Night was the name of his character. So I hope I don't think he ever got around to it, but I hope he eventually does it, because he's a very good artist.
Dennis Valencia.
You know him?
I looked it up real quick.
Oh, okay. I was gonna say, wow, you know everybody.
No, it doesn't take me long to look up stuff that I don't know.
Yeah. Well, anyway, thank you for having me on. I really do appreciate this showcase. It's always nice to talk comics with others, especially people. It's nice. I mean, you backed the first campaign, so I'm grateful that you came back, and I'm grateful for this little video call.
Okay, no problem. Let's go ahead and do this here real quick. And if there's any more information, AJ is available at on the Kickstarter. We already showed you the Kickstarter address.
Yep. It's also right here. This is where you can find me on Twitter, and this is where this is my link tree. So if you just go to torchrts.com, it'll take you to my link tree, which has everything. So that's where you can find it.
Perfect. So then that's how you reach him. If you have questions that we didn't get a chance to answer, I know Lane was on here, and I think there was 2 other people that popped in and out but didn't say anything. So it happens that way a lot of times.
Yeah. People just saying hey. Yeah.
But okay, well, I'm going to let you go then, and I'm going to do a quick rundown on the other stuff I got.
Okay, sounds good. Thanks for having me, Lewis.
Yep, thanks.
Have a good one.
Have a good one. Alrighty, folks. Again, that is Torch, Reclaim the Skies by AJ Rojek. And again, one real quick notice, there is his Kickstarter.com /projects/AJ Rojek /torch reclaim the skies -1 -2. And what else did we get this week? Because there's quite a bit of stuff going on in the crowdfunding world that I noticed this week. And people have been asking me why I haven't been talking about that a lot lately. It's just other things going on. But we'll go ahead and take a quick look. We got Bernie Wrightson, the FPG years. For those of you who know, Bernie passed away from brain cancer a little while ago. This is a collection of his large art book of the 2 years that he spent doing paintings for trading cards, for FPG trading cards. And they're doing a book, full 8.5 by 11 or 9 by 12 hardcover edition book of those paintings. As you can see, they got 92,000, almost 1,000 backers, but this is Bernie Wrightson we're talking. Okay, now real quick. Yeah, hold on a second. There we go. Okay, there's 13 days to go. Of course, almost 1,000 backers. The main reason I backed this is because I already have all these images in the trading cards. I actually bought the trading cards back when they were done 20 years ago, 30 years ago. Loved them. And instead of having 2.5 by 3 images of these, to get a 9 by 11 hardcover edition, 200 pages is awesome. So these are just some of the images you're going to see. And again, he's going to have little notes on each one of these from what's on the back of the card, plus some additional thoughts added in. So I'm really looking forward to this. It's only $50 plus shipping. So, you know, and you can also get, for $175, you can get a special autograph card from some of the limited run that they have left. They'll be signed and numbered by the publisher from Bernie. There's only 185 copies. Only 185 cards he signed, so each one of them is like 175. So anything that isn't sold out of the 185, they'll retail for 245 afterwards after the campaign. All domestic pledge amounts include free media mail shipping. So it's actually not including shipping. It's $50 period then for regular book. So awesome stuff. A lot of other cool things here. So definitely going to recommend that one. Let's see what else we got. We've got quite a bit of stuff, like I said. So let's go ahead and get through them as fast as we can. You may remember Mercury Mouse. I did buy 1 through 3 before, and I've reviewed them. Now he's got 1 through 5. I'm buying issues 4 and 5. There's 15 days left to go. They've only got 14 backers. Come on, guys, let's pick this up. Let's get this guy, up to 100 or so, maybe, if we can, please. I'd appreciate it. Check it out. I'll see if I can get Larry on the show in the next week or so to help promote it again. But this is a really cool book. Great all ages material. Just a really fun story that I can easily recommend to any age group. I'll take a quick look at some of the artwork here. Nice cartoony stuff. There's some of the interior pages. It's just a really fun book. Okay. Another thing I found this week, when I can get there. Now this one, I don't know if you can back it anymore. I think it's already closed. I think it just closed. Yeah, it just closed, but we're going to share it anyway. Maybe you can get a copy of it. It's Digger, a 10th anniversary series edition. I don't know. This was a Hugo Award-winning graphic novel by Ursula Vernon, which is being reprinted and preserved for modern audiences from Grim Oak Press. It had over 3,700 backers for over $420,000. So you can tell this is a very popular thing. This was funded in under 5 minutes for whatever their funding raise was. They have no backer kit, so they're going to be doing things otherwise. But the campaign is cool. I don't know if they're going to show the campaign here. I got a copy of the soft cover and the ebook edition. There's a hardcover edition. I don't know exactly what all they're going to do, but there's 800 pages of story here, so that's why you get to pay $45 to $75 for it. But really nice book. I'm looking forward to it. Can't wait to see it. Go ahead and check it out, though. Let me see if I can go ahead and share that in a banner real quick. There's the address for that. And even though it's closed, it just closed yesterday, so maybe you can get some more information from them. Check it out. And that is all we've got for tonight. I want to thank you all for watching. I want to thank AJ Rojek for being my guest this evening. And let's see what's going on here. Yes. If you enjoyed my video, or you think others might, do me a favor. Please share and subscribe buttons to continue to get content from my channel. As always, thank you for watching and for your support. On social media, you can reach me on Facebook at lewis.brightraven, at Twitter at LewisBrightRave2. You can see some more of my artwork at deviantart.com/BrightRaven. You've been watching Quoth the Raven, Lewis Bright Raven, exclusively on YouTube. Email me at quothravenlbr72@gmail.com if you have questions, comments, want to commission some artwork from me. If I don't get back to you within a day or so, try lewisbrightraven@yahoo.com. That is all for now. We will see you next time. Thanks. Well, have a good night.